This video is in partnership with Level 8 Luggage. Today we're taking a very special first class train ride from Plymouth to London with Great Western Railway. Not only are there some amazing coastal scenic views to behold, but also a 125 mph fine dining experience, the best that can be found on a UK intercity train. So come along with me and let's go and check it all out together. The previous day, my journey actually started further south in Penzance, where GWR very kindly arranged for me to ride in the cab with one of their driver trainers. This was a super unique experience which I can't thank them enough for. I had an amazing time. It really opens your eyes to the huge workload a train driver has, and I certainly have more understanding and respect of their job now. Have you ever ridden in a train cab before? Let me know in the comments below. Then I spent last night at the beautiful Borringdon Hall just outside Plymouth, the largest city in Devon, home to around 266,000 people. There are super comfy rooms, amazing spa facilities and a Michelin star restaurant here. I'd highly recommend staying if you're in the area. Plymouth Station is a 15-minute taxi ride from the hotel. Just inside the door you will find a couple of automatic ticket machines. And then a large waiting area is off to the right. There is also a staff ticket office, a small cafe and a convenience store. Up above are the departure boards. Today we'll be taking the 1315 Great Western Railway intercity service to London Paddington, departing from platform 5. Just scan or insert your ticket to pass through the gate line. Platforms 3 and 4 are just beyond, but 5 to 8 are accessed by an underground corridor. Step-free access by lift is available to all of them though. Our train today is formed of two 5-car GWR Class 802 bi-mode multiple units. These have a maximum speed of 125 mph and a power output of 2,100 kilowatts per unit. Since their introduction as the next-gen intercity trains on UK railways back in 2017, they have divided opinion among the travelling public, with some very obvious flaws which we'll discuss later on. Before we depart though, let's check out today's route. We leave Plymouth heading east, making a number of stops in Devon and Somerset, before heading on the most direct route to Reading and then London Paddington. Okay, let's board. There is no level boarding, however ramps are available if required. You can pre-book assistance or speak to station staff. There is one small step up from the platform to the train. We'll be in first class for today's trip. The Pullman dining coach is in the rear of today's two units, but I'll pop into the front one first to show you what the regular setup's like. First class is laid out in a 2+1 configuration with a mix of airline style and bay seating throughout. Coach E at the front is where you'll find the train's two wheelchair spaces with companion seats. The accessible toilet and baby changing facilities are located in the vestibule right next to these. Luggage can be stored on the stacks at the ends of the coaches or on the overhead racks which run above all seats. Introducing the new Level 8 Adventurer 20-inch carry-on case. It has a wide 4-stage telescopic handle matched with an effortless front opening design offering easy access and maximum packing space. You can undo the central zip to expand the capacity by an extra 10% to 50 litres. It also features a heavy-duty polycarbonate exterior shell with a TSA-approved combination lock. And as with all of Level 8's cases, there are 360-degree spinner wheels which roll effortlessly on any surface. Every case also has a limited lifetime warranty for your peace of mind. The Adventurer carry-on also comes in these other cool colours, but there's also 2 check-in versions, 24 and 28 inch. Level 8 are offering my viewers a special discount of 10% off every order using code Nonstop10. Or check out their Black Friday sale where select luggage is already 20% off, no discount code needed. Just click the link above now or in the description below. I've now moved back to the first class section on the rear unit. The Pullman dining tables are currently being set up and we will be invited through shortly. We leave Plymouth a couple of minutes late at 1:17 PM. The full route to London Paddington is 225 miles and is scheduled to take 3 hours and 14 minutes of travel time, arriving at 4:29 PM.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard. Very warm welcome, passengers. From Plymouth, this is the 1315 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. Following top next to Newtown at Exeter St David, Chester Parkway, Taunton, Reading, and London Paddington.
Advance purchase tickets on this route start from £40 in second class. First class tickets start from £60, which you will need, plus a free seat reservation for the Pullman Dining Service. You may still be able to dine if you don't have a first class ticket or a Pullman reservation if there is availability on the day. Ticket pricing is dynamic and can be quite a lot more the closer to travel you book. I love travelling by train in Devon and Cornwall specifically, as there is so much beautiful countryside to admire, with many of the lines running next to rivers, lakes, or along the beautiful English Riviera coast, but more on that soon. As we are in between Totnes and Newton Abbot, an announcement is made that the Pullman dining coach is ready, so we can head through at our convenience. The tables are beautifully laid out with crisp white tablecloths and a variety of glasses, condiments and cutlery. Before orders are taken, let's check out the seats. They are the same as the rest of first class on the train. This is one of the main bad points, with them being very hard with little to no padding. There are adjustable armrests and a small recline though. Each seat has access to one UK 3-pin power socket and one USB-A port. Legroom is good and there are coat hooks on the wall and sun blinds on the windows. It's certainly nowhere near the best first class seat in the world or even in the UK, but it's not every day you get to dine on a high-speed train in such luxury, so I'm going to enjoy it to the max. Menus are soon handed out and there is a choice of a 2-course set menu for £38 or 3 courses for £46. Tea, coffee, soft drinks and water are complimentary and a full alcohol selection is available for purchase. I went for a Somerset cider to start, along with still natural mineral water. Food orders will be taken after we leave Exeter in the next 30 minutes. We are now running alongside and looking out over the River Tyne and will soon be turning north towards Dawlish. This beautiful but infamous stretch of the line suffered a huge collapse on the protective sea wall in 2014, washing away 80 metres of track and ballast, closing the railway for over 2 months. A full £80 million rebuild of the seawall has since been completed in 2023, improving the design to much better deflect waves and raising its height to 8 metres, 2.5 metres higher than before, to much better protect the railway line and the promenade which runs next to it. Shortly after, we are arriving in Exeter, capital and administrative centre of Devon and its second largest city, with a population of around 126,000 people. Exeter St David's Station is the main hub in this area, with lines to Oakhampton, Barnstaple, Exmouth and Paignton, along with the South West Main Line to London Waterloo. We are now able to get up to around 100 miles per hour, the fastest we have achieved so far today. We will not be able to reach the train's maximum speed of 125 miles per hour until towards the end of the journey. As we speed past the cars on the adjacent M5 motorway, orders are taken for lunch, and a freshly baked bread roll with butter is served. Let the meal begin. For the starter, I chose the tequila cured smoked salmon with pickled pink onion. Taunton is our last stop in the southwest before we diverge from the line to Bristol and head non-stop cross-country on the direct line to Reading via Westbury. Back to my lunch. For my main, I had the grilled miso chicken with mitake mushrooms, pak choy and black garlic sauce, along with a second can of cider. And for dessert, I finished with the vanilla and Lady Grey cheesecake with Biscoff crumb and apricot compote, followed by a coffee and chocolate. It was all absolutely delicious, restaurant quality food on a moving train. The total price for the 3-course menu and 2 ciders was £54, which I think is good value all things considered. See on screen now for all the GWR services that currently have Pullman dining on. Now, fast forward an hour as we steam towards London. There's not a lot to see along this stretch of line, and before long we are on the approach to Reading, today's final intermediate stop as we join the Great Western Main Line. Reading has been a town for nearly 1,000 years and is the capital of the county of Berkshire and home to around 355,000 people.
Sorry, what's your name?
It is also the western terminus of the Elizabeth Line, Crossrail, call it what you will, London's new £18 billion east-west railway. We have also now switched from diesel to electric power and can get up to nearly 125 miles per hour on the final stretch into the UK's capital. The ride quality is pretty bumpy, but that's another big moot point about these trains. The HST which they replaced 8 years ago were endlessly better. RIP. If you want to see a full review of the rest of this train, including second class, then check out my previous GWR Class 800 video from Cardiff to London. Or you can also see how the Transport for Wales Premier Dining Service between Manchester and Cardiff compares to this. Both videos are linked in the description below. So, to summarise this journey on the GWR Pullman Dining Service between Plymouth and London. Overall, I had a great experience. The food, which is the USP on this service, was excellent, and I can't remember a better meal I've had on a train, ever. The staff were friendly, kind and very helpful, and the scenic views, especially in the first hour of the journey, are some of the best in the UK. On the downside, the seats and the ride quality of these Class 802 trains aren't great, which is a letdown for what should be a very prestigious service. However, the value for money is also pretty good, especially if you buy your tickets early, certainly much better than some other operators. We finally arrive at London Paddington 6 minutes late at 4:35 PM. This marvellous 150-year-old Brunel masterpiece is probably my favourite station in London. The stunning Victorian metal and glass train shed and a statue to a certain fictitious bear are my favourite parts. Have you been on any posh dining train services before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have something you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.